Hello there, everybody. Sabanai2 aka Nightmare, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Well, we officially got started. Feels good to be back, and I gotta say, the warm reception was extremely welcome. I highly appreciate everybody. Thank you very much for showing support that we are finally back into this series. Y'all are fucking awesome. So a bit of a interesting start. Yeah, I think that's probably the only way I can describe that weird nightmare sequence with the judge. But Keyshawn actually gave me a bit of a heads up concerning that. That scene with the judge is where a special attack from Marvel vs. Capcom 3 came from. Now, I've never played Marvel vs. Capcom, but I know, like, after I got started on Phoenix Wright, I was told that he's like a character in a fighting game. So, while I myself haven't seen too much about it, the fact that that's kind of like a bit of a reference, or that influenced like a special attack for, I'm assuming, Phoenix Wright, sounds pretty damn awesome. Oh, another thing, by Time Axis. Whenever I was talking about those two photos, how there was a bit of a discrepancy between one had writing and the other one didn't, something that I need to remind myself of is that this game was originally on a GBS and a DS. Or GBA in a DS. What the fuck is a GBS? Fuck it. Thank you very much for informing of this, Time Axis. I really needed to, I had no idea about that, but thank you very much for clearing that up. That was something that was, incredibly confusing. Now, I did notice a common thing. This particular title is a bit of a mixed bag of reactions in terms of comparing it to the rest of the series. So, I'll keep that in mind. But then again, I'm blind. I'm pretty sure I'll find something that I can enjoy out of this because I love Phoenix Wright, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love this game. Anyway, let us continue. Alright, Phoenix Wright lost his memory, that's right. That's a bit out there. Shit. Oh, and by the way, I did turn down the music. Apparently it was drowning out my audio. Yeah, I noticed that in editing. I was like, god damn it. Another issue with the audio levels being disrupted. It irritated me, honestly. But I think I've got it fixed up now. Okay. September 8th, 11:43 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. I heard you can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Please don't tase me. Come on, lower your head a little. A Maggie kick should be all you need. No. I think I'll pass on this one. Also, there's guards here. There might be a bit of a scuffle if they see you, hitting me. Come on! I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem you won't be tackling today. Well, we're here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. For now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? I like what she does there. It's very similar to our good little guy that we had back in the previous game whenever we were doing the Von Karma case. That was actually, it feels like that's a bit of a reference to it, but I like it. Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well by now. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So, my name is Phoenix Wright. Huh, what a weird name. This is serious. You really don't remember? I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it'll help. Huh? This is a business card? I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay. There's some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. Phoenix's business card. It's my business card. I hand-wrote my cell phone number on the back. Well, I guess for now, we should stop talking about me. And start talking about this case.
This case?
Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me to know?
I can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but...
Incident? Cell phone?
Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir.
Hurry up then and tell me! This might be very important.
Okay, Roger.
Okay.
It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin.
Oh my gosh, he's got a blue Badger shirt. And I see the little gift that you're gonna give him.
All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello?
Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone.
Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back.
I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
You can call me Maggie. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dustin and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did.
Huh. So, where is the phone you found now?
I gave it to you yesterday.
Huh? To me? Is it that phone in my pocket? You mean this one? Is there like a contact list? We might be able to get some information from that. You mean this?
Do you think it has anything to do with the number? Or the murder, sorry.
I don't really know. But if my eyes lit up... you were here all along? Oh my god, welcome back. I'm sorry I missed you, sorry. Oh god, it's good to see you. Okay, this is already good. This is already off to a good start.
You're so mean. I called you a million times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left.
Who in the heck is this? Let me guess. I'm supposed to know this girl too.
Hey, good morning, Maggie. And a good morning to you, Maya. So, how's it going? Is there a word for worse than abysmal? Cataclysmic? Oh, and what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive, super important evidence. Here you are, Nick, the thing you wanted me to bring.
Huh? Oh, thanks. The heck is this? A list? It has about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it.
It was kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. It looks like these guys are up to no good.
No good? As in...
There's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group.
Oh. A list of unfamiliar names and phone numbers, members of a con artists group. I'm sorry, I'm just delighted that Maya's back. Why would a group of con artists pop up in a case like this?
Don't look at me!
And where did you get this list from in the first place?
What? Don't you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday.
Oh, is that right?
These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found.
I was getting... okay. So that kind of answers my contact list information. Thank you, or my question, thank you. Huh, so that's where they're from.
You're awfully forgetful these days, Nick. I hope I never get to be forgetful old prune like you. Maya, actually, Mr. Wright is...
Mr. Wright! Recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately.
Oh, oops, I guess you have to get going. We can talk about you being old later, Nick. Wish us luck.
Huh. I guess I have all the pieces now. More or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not going to lose this. I can't!
Come on, Nick. Better get a move on.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just happy to see Maya again. September 8th, 11:54 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2.
Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor. But before I do, if I may say a few words,
What is it, Mr. Payne?
it's about the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. So I asked that the court might be a little lenient on...
There is no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please.
Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution called its next witness a drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder.
A drifter, huh? You! Sorry.
Please state your name for the court, witness.
Before I do, I'd like to clarify a little something.
All right, go ahead.
I think I'm going to give him the Meiju, for some reason. He kind of strikes me as that kind.
Just now, you introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who is taking a walk.
Did I?
But I will not stand for that. Now you've tainted the court's eyes and colored me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling myself, but to give it to settle it would be as if everything in my life is to be the utmost highest top perfect quality. I'm merely looking for that perfect pitch up under the university. I have a rigorous selection process and I was a series of... Oh god, please stop! I can't fucking catch up! Oh! Jesus Christ! Is there a log I can read, please? Please tell me there's like a... God damn it, I wish there was a log I could look at, because that was fucking ridiculous. Okay. There was no way I'd be able to keep up with that. I know I'm a fast reader sometimes, but Jesus Christ.
Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I'll be more careful from now on.
What? What is he? A human chatterbox?
Ugh. I have to question him?
Fashion, cars, women, glasses, and of course, university. First rates only need apply.
Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses!
That is enough. Your name, witness.
Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. You owed people in your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
Oh, man.
I forgive you. All right, I suppose I can tell you my name. I am Richard Wellington, a drifting virtuoso with a PhD in drifting, as it were.
You're a dick.
If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit.
Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were taking a... strolling through the park, correct?
It would appear that you are attached to that word. If you must, then by all means. But I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with mommy. If you must know, I'm a...
Anyway, please testify to this court what you saw during your walk through the park!
See, you said it again. Taking a walk. You know, you...
For the love of God, shut up! Good God, man! What you witnessed will do, Mr. Wellington! Holy crap, this guy! What I saw that day.
I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. I don't remember the time all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up, and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course, I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer.
The banana? That was certainly a decisive testimony.
Decisive? Nick, did you hear what he just said?
Yeah.
That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm?
It's strange. My mind is very calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client.
You mean Maggie?
Yes. And if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is lying! You may now question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. Okay. So I have to be ultra analytical with this guy's testimony. Okay, okay, this guy's a bit pompous, but I kinda do like his character design. Just a bit, I kinda like it. Now, on it! So, you were at the park all afternoon? You seem to have a lot of free time.
That was very rude of you, but then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name, trashy university.
No name? Trashy?
Now, this might be hard for a mush-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country.
But I thought you said you were thinking about which college to go to just now.
Oh, please. Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country.
That arrogant little snot.
How did you know what time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, so...
Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate, biased fool. I guess I can't expect real smarts from you.
Okay, now, here's something I am going to probably back up what he says here. He says it was around 6 p.m. So, let's see, was it this photo? Wait. That's 7 p.m. That clock is clearly 7 p.m. That's not 6. So there's a time discrepancy here. His arrogance is really intolerable. So what should I do now? Answer the question! How did you know what time it was?
I can't believe I have to deal with a worm like you. You're just a shallow man who can only slam on desks and point at people for fun. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so that even a third-rate simpleton like you can understand. There was this little thing they call a clock at the park. Did you get that? Did you know what a clock is? It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even in this picture of the crime scene.
Oh, so it is.
I looked at that clock. That's how I knew the time. But if you ask me, this whole concept, it's a total and utter nonsense that no man should very first constitution doesn't live by, nor is it chained by. To wear a watch, what a ridiculous notion. People should live freely without constraints. That's how life should be.
Oh, God. Okay, that's gonna require a sip of coffee. This guy's gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass. I can already tell. And yet again, another flood of meaningless words. Talk about a first-class waste of time.
In any case.
Now, hold on a minute. I do believe it was past 6 p.m. That's past 6 p.m. in the sense that it's not 6, it's 7. But technically, he is correct that it is past 6, but it's still 7 o'clock. Anyway. And how did you know he was a police officer? He was wearing an outfit that stated, I guess.
You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. With one glance, I could tell just what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy do-it-yourself hairstyle practically screamed. It was also the way he tied his shoes, those cheap, low-quality shoes. Oh, and I suppose it was also because he was wearing an officer's uniform.
Shouldn't that statement have come first?
Wow, that's pretty impressive. Hey, Nick, do you think he's figured out what I do?
Even I haven't figured that out yet. Are you sure you got a good look at her face?
Animals have this thing called an eye, Mr. Wright. They use this eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have 2 of them. Yes, even you.
I don't care if I have them or not. Did you or did you not get a clear look at her face?
That's what the witness was just about to get into. I would like to request that Mr. Wright not use such a loud voice during questioning.
Sustained. Mr. Wright, please refrain from raising your voice in this court.
Then please don't make me have to raise my voice!
Are you finished? I'd like to continue if that's all right with you.
I like making his head twitch. So you're sure you are not mistaken?
Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine.
Oh my god, this pompous dick.
I'm what you call a famous brand name product, while you are only a cheap imitation. There is no way someone as magnificent as myself could have made a mistake.
Of course, of course.
Oh ho ho ho, of course. Did you notice anything else of interest, witness? The banana?
Well, it was actually more than just one. More like a bunch of bananas.
Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? That's probably the glove. He saw the glove.
And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw.
That's really strange. Maggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's gotta be lying about the bananas.
Huh. Could be, but there's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. And what if it's not a lie?
Well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else.
If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then that would be an inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix, think. If my client is innocent, there's no way he could have seen what he says he did.
Which means if we can somehow show he's lying.
Yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. She's right. She's got a sharp mind, but I just wish I could remember who she was.
Is everything okay, Nick?
Alright, so I have 2 choices. I can counter... No. Let's see. I do believe it was past 6 p.m. But again, there's a bit of a discrepancy here. Because that time is past 6 o'clock. That's around 7. That is 7 o'clock. So, it probably wants me to throw the baseball glove to cancel out the bananas, but... Okay. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence in the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making accusations. Fine. I don't think that won me any points with the judge. No, it didn't. Okay. Mr. Wellington? I believe I have the bananas you saw. Right here!
Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me.
And that's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
Isn't that the baseball glove?
Huh? What? A baseball glove?
Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite?
That's...
I do like this scared expression, though. Although, dude, if you hold your scarf like that, you're gonna strangle yourself.
That's not... It's a... No!
Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness... loves he has bad eyesight! By the way, just how bad are your eyes?
Huh? What? Why are you asking about this all of a sudden?
Because the prescription of the glasses we found.
Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas.
Not really. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled.
You're one of those people, yes. You know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse to accept Galileo. You're too used to your world to realize that there is an possibility. In the end, we find out that it's in fact a glove, not bananas. However, from view to far, there's no room enough to rethink that.
Shut up! And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is.
They're both 2200. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right?
Why are you not wearing your glasses today, then?
That's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them...
How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? What'd I tell you? How about it, witness?
You are an unrelenting evil man. You're like those people who rejected Joan of Arc. She was brave and courageous only to be caught by horrible unenlightened people, and while she didn't do anything wrong, she was still gruesomely burned at the...
Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness.
But the height difference is only 9 feet. It was very plausible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path.
Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, please continue with your testimony.
Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime.
Oh boy. What happened next? Whew, that dude's biting his lip. He gonna puncture something.
The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Let's see. That matches... That's pretty close to the actual time. I can't examine that, unfortunately. Let's see. Time of death was at 6:28 p.m. Okay. Okay, I'm doing like some mental math here right now.
So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away.
Yes, that is correct.
Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that...
That girl is the murderer.
You may now question the witness now, Mr. Wright.
Okay. Oh, if this guy goes on another rant, I'm gonna lose it. She ran away. Just like that.
Yes, she did. She saw me and flew the nest like the guilty bird she is.
Oh dear, here it comes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education?
Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Well, at least we're honest about that. Anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client?
The witness has already answered that question. He has stated that the defendant is the culprit.
This is true. Mr. Wright, I'm striking your question from the record.
Huh. How can I get more information out of him? Immediately? As in...
As in immediately. I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but that's the duty of every good citizen. Or do they not teach you that at your pitiful school?
You think people learn about how to call the police in college?
Hey, Nick. I think you should take a look at the court record for a sec.
Huh? Called the police station to report the crime. Oh, hey. Maya! We don't know her. I don't remember who she is, but I get the feeling I know her. Trust me, you do, dude. Richard Wellington, age 22. A self-proclaimed drifting virtuoso who is still looking for the right college. Sure. Whatever. His time of death is at 6:28 p.m. How do you know what time it was?
That detective told me. You know which one, I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school.
Hey, pal! I graduated from a pretty good, top-ranked college! I don't believe this.
It doesn't matter. I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. And if I am wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell time.
What? Why, you're just some lousy kid who...
I think the court can see your point. Anyway, how'd the police respond?
So, you're saying that there were police on the scene by 7 p.m.?
They got there before that, I think. There usually aren't many people in that area at that time of day. But suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, gawking. It certainly says something about the morals of the people in this country.
I can't find anything out of the ordinary in this testimony.
Why don't you take one more look at the court record?
Yeah, I guess I should. That's a bit of a that's... The timelines don't match up here. Objection! And I was right. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m.
So what of it?
You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. There's a bit of a time discrepancy there. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? I think this Kororo would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap.
The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed.
Shut up! 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed.
Mr. Wellington,
Yes?
explain yourself. What were you doing during...
I had a stroke, which I'm pretty sure this old man has had before.
What were you doing during these 15 minutes?
Answer the question.
Telephone. I mean,
Spit it out!
I was searching for the phone booth.
A phone booth? No, fuck you! There's one right there!
You mean you don't have a cell phone?
You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a Matryoshka doll. You must think you're really something special.
Witness!
I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy?
You lost it.
Unbelievable! You lose your glasses and your cell phone? You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings.
What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever learned that all Jesus have a quirk? It's not my rationale, I have my own quirk. I don't think simple playing people like you can understand. Enough!
Oh man. Oh man. Wait! Hold on a second. He lost his cell phone.
Nick, that cell phone. Could it be?
You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way! Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Question further! Don't give up! Mr. Wellington! Where's your cell phone right now?
What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See, here it is.
Oh. I see.
Huh. Looks like he got his phone. And I thought that just maybe this was his.
They look the same though.
Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth.
Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that.
Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright?
There is something. As if you could make me forget. I know that there's a phone booth near the body. Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone.
How dare you!
You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you?
Oh, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think.
All right, let's have this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth.
It's quite simple, actually. Let's take a look at this.
At the crime scene photo.
Is there a problem with it?
Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. No!
It's a phone booth.
That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you?
Order! Order!
One is reporting the crime a little late, proof for the defense.
The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony.
Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back.
But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill for it. Actually, if this is his phone, and these list of names that are from con artists was found on this phone, he has a reason. It's not a good reason, but it's a reason nonetheless. Because if either of them had learned that this guy might be connected to some con artists, a group of con artists, well, it would not go well for him. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway.
But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else.
Was he? Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes?
Okay, let's see. If I had to gander a guess, I think I know what it is. I do have an idea. There's only one possible explanation. He was probably looking... Okay, for one thing, if his eyesight is poor, he needs his eyesight. So, this is where this comes into play. His glasses were broken. So, that's what he was trying to get. But that didn't work.
Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright.
Well, fine. Yes, Your Honor. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility.
Now please present the court with the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Because he
Couldn't fucking read his phone.
Take that!
Mr. Wellington.
What? Don't do that. I gave him the wrong voice.
You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Where did you find... I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours. Nice slip of the tongue, my dude. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body?
Oh, for the love of God, you should all be used to this. Order! Order!
Now, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call.
Mr. Wright, are you indicting the witness as the real murderer?
Of course. That's precisely what I'm doing. Go! Ah! That actually hurt my neck to watch. I know I'm right. Wait, hold on. Let me listen to this.
Ooh, this is bopping. This is bopping, I tell you what.
Okay, this is bopping. I like this. He's the real murderer.
Did you figure it out, Nick?
More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot.
Yeah! This is so exciting watching you work again.
Somehow, my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Order! Order!
Your Honor, the defense is making mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer.
Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer.
In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer.
Why, that's easy. For example, there's, the name the victim wrote. What about that?
Oh, you mean the name Maggie?
Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right?
But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie with a Y, and the victim was left-handed.
In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground.
Wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would that person know her name was Maggie with an I-E or Maggie with a Y?
That is a good point. The witness didn't even know of Mrs. Bird before this trial.
Ah, I forgot. Actually, no. Did Maggie actually... She got in contact with its owner, so... And I'm pretty sure she told that person her name. So... There we go. I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? There was a way. It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie.
Now, will the defense please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name?
Because Maggie got in contact with him. Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct?
So what if I didn't?
When you realized you had lost it, what did you do?
What did I do?
Didn't you try to find it by calling it?
Why, how did you?
Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with...
Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder?
I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone.
Hello?
Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone.
Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back.
I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Oh, you can call me Maggie.
Damn right. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie.
But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake?
My client's name is Maggie with a Y, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie with an I-E. This is a mistake that can only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded.
Order! Order!
But, Your Honor, the witness has no motive.
And your point is?
It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason.
And I have it.
Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone.
That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive.
Mr. Wright?
Your Honor?
can you explain what motive this witness could have had?
Oh, it's very simple, Your Honor.
Are you sure, Nick?
If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right?
Yeah, but...
Now then, please present to this court proof that the witness had a motive.
Behold!
Mr. Wellington's motive is right here.
What is this? A list?
These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group.
You looked up all those numbers?
Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in the cell phone's memory. The names and numbers belong to people who are members of a certain con artist's group.
Con artists?
Can you explain why these numbers were on your phone, Mr. Wellington?
This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers on a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. You're one of those people. You're just like the cops who raided the Brilliant Oz Maurice, and they disrupted Jesus at work and disrupted the goddess.
Shut up! I don't care, Mr. Wellington! All I want is for you to tell us what this list is about.
You think any of you know what it's like to be a refined man such as me?
Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
Objection overruled. I'm actually quite enjoying this. In fact, I've already had my bailiff prepare my popcorn. Whew. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would the witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone?
Isn't that obvious? The witness is a member of that group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group.
No!
All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it'd be all over for you. That is why you had to kill!
Oh, this is too much! Oh boy, I'm getting into this.
That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain?
I got you now. That police officer.
Your Honor!
What is it, Mr. Payne?
Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness.
You already tried that. You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago.
Please! Please, let's think about the content of that phone call.
Hello?
Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone.
Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give you this back.
The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Miss Bird to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone?
That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this?
Well, at the beginning of the game, we saw that the reason why I've got amnesia is because this dude, Mr. Wellington, snuck into my office and knocked me out. So, that immediately leads me to think one thing. At the time that Maggie was with, you know, she probably had Phoenix's business card on her. Seeing that, she must have gotten, or he must have gotten spooked. So, I think that's probably what it is.
What does the defense think about this?
If you think about it logically, then it makes sense.
Then maybe we should be thinking outside the box.
Yeah. If we think like that, let's see. Maybe that slime ball saw something at the crime scene that made him commit murder.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington went to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner.
But he was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant?
I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there.
Well then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that didn't agree with the witness?
Actually, no, now that I think about it, there's two things. He recognized that Dustin was a police officer. And from that little flashback, we saw he was still in his police officer's uniform. So, here's what I'm thinking. It might be a bit of a stretch to say that he saw the business card that Maggie had, which, if I'm getting my timeline correctly, I don't think, no, it could not have been the card. It couldn't have been the card. Logically, the only thing that I could think of right now is, among this stuff, it's not going to work. It would have to be the fact that he saw that Maggie, the person that had his phone, was with a police officer. So, him being part of a criminal organization, it caused him to immediately think, oh shit, she found out about me. So, that would lead him to try to commit a plan, form a plan to kill the police officer. So basically, he panicked. Anyway, let's see if my theory is right. Take that! What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim.
The victim? You mean Dustin Prince?
Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park, still wearing his police uniform.
The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman.
A policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask a few questions before returning the phone.
If I do anything suspicious, he might run a check on my phone.
In his mind, it was possible they had already run a check on the phone.
And he went into a panic, is what you're saying.
Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in uniform.
Mr. Payne, do you have any comments?
I'm thinking.
It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are...
Impressive, not bad, for a person with a third-rate education.
What's that supposed to mean?
Evidence.
That guy's really creeping me out.
All you've been waiting around talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious call group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof? Your evidence?
You want proof that this phone is yours?
I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't even have the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure that it isn't mine, you simpleton.
What? Actually, there is a pretty easy way. It's not gonna be working, but it's something.
It feels good to see you squirm.
We do seem to have a problem on our hands with this phone. Whose phone is it? Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence.
Your Honor, can we just check the call history? Nah, probably not. Oh, this is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. The cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's got to be. Maybe. Oh, hey, there's an idea. Fingerprints on the phone. Well, wait a minute. Actually, yeah, I think it would be fingerprints. We can. Hey, I guess we can start dusting for prints. I got it! We should check fingerprints!
Fingerprints?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone.
Nick, don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off.
I what?
You said there was sand all over it, so...
Wiped it? I wiped it?
Pretty thoroughly, too.
It's so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves.
He's made a complete recovery.
How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see. Oh, and incidentally, you can check the numbers stored on this phone. It must have glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared.
You gotta be joking. Erased all the numbers I was going to use as evidence? Mr. Wellington?
What's this? By the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you.
Where did you finally find your cell phone?
Oh, you are too much. And of course, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Huh?
Oh my god! Now I remember! Huh. Looks like they hung up.
Ah, good. I finally found it. So that's when... What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why the harsh glare in your eyes?
Nick, we've worked so hard to get this far, but if we don't do something quick, he's going to get off scot-free.
I know. I know this phone has to be his. But how am I supposed to prove something like that? Damn it. Mr. Wright? If you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis, and therefore no power. There's only one thing I haven't used yet, so there's probably going to be something to do with Phoenix's business card. It looks like you came up a penny short. Where did I go wrong? Holy shit, you're a pompous dick.
Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet.
Who I am?
The court hereby concludes this cross-examination.
If that will be all, I'll have to bid you gentlemen and ladies goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town.
Thank you for your assistance. You had a stressful day, so please, bon appetit.
What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go at that? Raise an objection. Please wait, Your Honor. This is a wild first case.
All right, Nick.
I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything.
Your Honor, the cross-examination has already ended. Besides, the defense is going to badger the witness just with more inane questions.
You will not harass the witness. Is that clear, Mr. Wright?
Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney.
Please, Your Honor.
Very well. But this is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court.
only get one shot at this.
If you cannot prove everything,
It is over.
for your client and for you, I'm just going to ignore all of the events of the first game. I'm going to be a non-partial judge. Oh, by the way, this popcorn is quite nice. Do you fully understand?
Yes, you're. That actually interrupted me, so that was actually pretty well timed.
I'm sure you are well aware, Your Honor, that the cross-examination period is ended.
Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence.
Oh.
Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance.
It all comes down to this. It's go time.
Please present the one piece of evidence that will explain everything.
Logically, this is the only piece of evidence I have not shown. So therefore, I'm correct.
Oh, why thank you, how nice. Here, please have one of mine.
Wait. What? That's not how I expected that to turn. Like, here, Judge, have my business card.
Oh, well, here you go, I have mine as well.
Like, that's not the direction I expected that to go, but, thank you, Mr. Judge. Judge's business card. It's written in fancy script. The ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it. Ah, hey, Judge, were you a doctor in your previous position?
Oh, wait, what am I doing? This isn't the time to be exchanging business cards.
Your Honor, there is something very important about that card. And that is... Wait, hold on. What's so special about this? It's my business card. I hand wrote my cell phone on the back. Oh! Wait. Phone number on the back. The back of the card. This card's important because of what is on the back.
Huh? You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but
that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone?
Huh? Right now? But court is still in session.
It's okay. You'll see.
Okay, if you say so.
Is the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright? We're going to get my cell phone. We're going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic, stupid things to... You swapped our cell phones. Ugh. What? Why is my phone? And what is with this stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington? How strange. I can almost swear that you're holding my phone. You're... Ah! No, it can't. By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lump on my head this morning. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say, when you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Well, he's dead.
That was, Okay, so that certainly happened.
Oh my god. Oh, that is fucking great.
So that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington.
He's a man who lives on his pride and self-image alone. and in order to hide his involvement with the con artists group, he has become paranoid and had lost all ability to make rational judgments.
Then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding.
It's Mr. Wellington's, naturally. We both have the same phone, apparently. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He kinda went all blue.
He was arrested and it has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird.
Not guilty!
Whew. That is all. This court is adjourned. Whew. Now that was a wild first case. September 8th, 2:16 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1.
I knew that the real you would shine through eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me.
Huh?
My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures.
No, don't you dare blame yourself for what happened to him.
Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and never won or even tied at a game of tic-tac-toe.
Jesus.
My life has really been nothing but a string of disasters.
That's, pretty bad.
Up until I went to college, I was known as the Goddess of Misfortune. And then, at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that my misfortune always seemed to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help.
That's right. You were talking about this earlier.
It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand, and before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh! I'm sure that Dustin's gone because of...
No! Don't you dare!
That's not true! That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault! Dustin's death, your head being all messed up.
Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet.
I'm going to find a new life for myself starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir.
Yeah. After all, the Goddess of Misfortune is only a name.
You bet! I'm gonna make it, I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks. You take care of yourselves too.
Good God, this girl needs a hug. What a horrible day. I've gotten my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy.
But you're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office.
I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but, who are you?
What? I thought you said you got your memory back.
Little pieces, I guess. At that moment, everything really did come back to me. Detective Gumshoe. He's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's also been a good ally during others. The Judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who's easily swayed by other people's opinions. But in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person. I haven't got a clue. Oh, you poor bastard. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaken me for someone else. Poor guy. And this girl. Maya?
You finally remembered?
This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right. I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example,
Earth to Nick! What's wrong? You keep staring at me. Don't tell me you've missed me.
you have no idea. Well, yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages.
Oh? Well, I'm back now, so it's time for us to create new memories together.
Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. Guess I have to start over from the very beginning.
Come on, Nick. Let's go to our usual burger joint.
Okay. Actually, it hasn't even been that long since she came back into my life. Oh god, I'm just happy. And that story began on one rainy afternoon 2 months ago. Episode 1, The Lost Turnabout, the end. Oh, delightful. Oh, a brand new episode has been added. Hi? Whoever the hell you are. Alright, guys. That was yet another episode, a rather enjoyable one, of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So, that was a pretty wild first case. Or at least the second part was. I think I may have had a little bit too much fun giving that guy my little Major voice. I felt it was quite fitting. Good God, that was fun. I don't think I need to repeat myself. It feels good to be back into this game. I've missed this series so much, and I'm glad I'm back into it. Anyway, good starting first case. Good, it's getting me back into the groove of things, and now that I can use profiles as additional, like, evidence, that's pretty good. I like that. Anyway, that is where I'm going to end it. So, if you all like this, be sure to let me know. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what else this story has in store for me, as well as the rest of the series for that matter. But anyway, we'll do that whenever we get to that point. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see all of you in the next video.